All right. Hello. My name is Nick Stahl, and today I'm going to be talking about the two procedures that I would like to implement and introduce to my future classroom. Um, for me, the two procedures that I think are crucial to a classroom being effective and having just an overall positive classroom environment are making sure that the class is started on time. So being in class right on time. As soon as that last bell rings or that late bell rings, the teacher is starting with the lesson. I think it shows students that, hey, the teacher is ready to go, I should be ready to go. Um, but I generally think that if a teacher starts the lesson on time or starts a class on time, I think it shows the students that, hey, it's time to learn. It's not time to goof around. The teacher's serious and passionate about what they want to teach. And I think that's a good way to start off the class. I also think it motivates the students. I really do. I think that it helps motivate students to do better, to make sure that they know what's expected of them. Because if a teacher's starting class right as the bell rings, they know they're expected to be in their seats, notes ready to go, and just be ready to start class. The second strategy or procedure that I think is very important is ending class in an efficient way. I think it's really important to end class in an efficient way because when towards the end of class, students tend to feel drained. Being a former student, I've been there where like at the end of a class, I'm drained. I don't remember as much. So I think it's really important for a teacher to not so much go above and beyond, but really make sure that the students understood the lesson and after class, try to drive a point or an idea into their mind where they're talking about that idea or lesson after class, whether it be at lunch, in the hallway. But if you can really like make that student talk about the subject or the lesson after class in a positive way, I think that really helps the student understand and grasp the material. Um, but for the beginning, like beginning class on time, I think that one challenge would be making sure all the students are in their seats on time, ready to go with all the right tools out, paper, pencil, pen, a highlighter if the student likes to highlight things. I think that'll be an issue in the first couple of weeks, but I think once the class gets going and the students get more comfortable, I think that it won't be as much of a challenge. For ending the class efficiently, I think the challenge there would be to make sure that you keep the students' focus. I know, especially in high school, it's sometimes difficult to keep students' focus because like if a student is exhausted, they're gonna like zone out. They may daydream. They may just doze off. So that's why I think ending the class efficiently is very important. But it is a challenge to make sure that your students are focused in, especially towards the end of the class. But for basically how setting the stage can have like build the community of the classroom, I think setting the stage it helps by really letting the students know what's expected of them. When you go over the procedures, the introductions, the rules, I think it lets the students like know what is expected of them, how they're supposed to act. It lets them know that they're supposed to like hold themselves to a certain standard or a certain level of academics, and I truly believe that when they know that and they know like everything that's expected of them, know the rules, procedures, I think it takes a lot of stress off their shoulders because there's no wondering, oh, if I do this, am I going to get in trouble? If I do this incorrectly, am I going to get points taken off? They know what's expected of them. They know what to do. But that's why I think setting the stage on the first day, if not the first week, is crucial. It's crucial to building a positive classroom environment and building a community in the classroom because when students are less stressed, they're more open to ideas. They're more open to engaging with other students, their peers. They're more open to other ideas from their peers. And I think that's important because every student deserves to be heard. Every student's idea, no matter how silly it may be or how amazing it may be, deserves to be heard. But let's see here. Strategies. One strategy that I think would be a great thing to do on the first day or second day or at least the first week is, especially with getting to your seat, beginning class on time, is having an open discussion with your students about what is fair and what is not fair, or what is right and what is wrong. Basically, by that I mean when I say I want to begin class on time, like for me, I would say as soon as that last bell rings, I'm starting my lesson. But for other students, they might be coming from a further part of the school that I don't know about, and they might say, Mr. Stahl, I'm coming from the exact opposite side of the school, and when I get to class, I'm lucky if I get here by the last bell. So by having that open communication and really forming a rule or procedure that both sides have input on, I think that really helps students realize that, hey, I helped make this procedure or this rule. They're more likely to follow it and not break the procedure or break the rule. But it also, like, when you're making the rules, procedures, and expectations up with the students, I think it forms almost like a trust between the two. I think it really helps build a bond between student and teacher and helps build up that relationship. And then even after you're done making all the rules, procedures, and expectations with them, I think it's important to double check and make sure you go over it with them and make sure you're saying, hey, is this fair? If it's fair, I just want to make sure, because once these are set, there's no changing them. And I think it really helps them. I think it helps them relieve some stress. I think it makes class a little bit more fun. I think they would make them more. I guess the term I'm trying to think of is it would make them really want to come to class, because they know that they're not so much in charge, but they have a say. They have a voice, an opinion that is willing to be heard. But yeah, those are the two procedures that I would like to implement in my classroom. I have a couple strategies that I obviously would love to implement as well. But other than that, that is all.